History isn't always written by the victors. Sometimes it's rewritten to hide the truth. Let's uncover the chapters they skipped on purpose. Welcome to Zukkun Knows. 1. Whitewashed empires. School textbooks often glorify empires like Britain, France, and Spain, but they rarely mention the violence behind expansion. Mass killings, land theft, and slavery. British colonization of India led to famines that killed millions. In the Congo, Belgian rule under King Leopold II resulted in the deaths of up to 10 million people. Colonization wasn't bringing civilization, it was exploitation disguised as progress. 2. The real Columbus. You've heard Columbus discovered America, but he didn't. Indigenous people were already there, millions of them. Columbus enslaved the Taino people, forced them to mine gold, and punished them brutally. Within decades, entire communities were wiped out due to violence and disease, yet for centuries, students were taught to celebrate him every October. 3. Slavery's true scale. Slavery in the Americas wasn't just a bad part of history, it was the economic engine of entire nations. Sugar plantations in the Caribbean, cotton fields in the American South, and tobacco farms thrived on slave labor. The transatlantic slave trade forcibly moved over 12 million Africans. Their unpaid labor built the wealth of modern Europe and the Americas, a legacy still felt through racial inequality today. 4th, erased rebellions. History often skips over uprisings that challenge powerful empires. The Haitian Revolution, led by formerly enslaved people, defeated French colonial forces and created the first Black Republic in the Western Hemisphere. In the Philippines, anti-colonial revolts were dismissed as banditry. Indigenous resistance across Australia and North America is often summarized in a single paragraph, if at all. 5. Women left behind. Women shaped history too, but their contributions were sidelined. Ada Lovelace wrote the first computer algorithm. Harriet Tubman freed hundreds of enslaved people. Indian Queen Lakshmi Bai fought British colonizers. In Japan, figures like Raicho Hiratsuka led early feminist movements. These stories were often erased or their credit given to male counterparts. 6. The dark side of democracy. Western democracies are praised for their freedoms, but their foreign actions tell a darker story. The U.S. supported dictators in Latin America to protect business interests. France tortured Algerians during their war for independence. The UK crushed Kenyan uprisings in detention camps. These nations promoted freedom at home while denying it abroad, a contradiction rarely explained in school. 7. Japan's war crimes. Japanese textbooks often downplay wartime atrocities. The Nanjing Massacre saw over 200,000 civilians killed. Unit 731 performed deadly experiments on humans in China. Comfort women, women forced into sexual slavery, were never properly acknowledged in many school curricula. Facing this history is essential for reconciliation and truth. 8. Native displacement. In the US, Canada, and Australia, indigenous populations were removed from their lands through violent means. In the US, the Trail of Tears forced thousands of Cherokee people from their homes, killing many. Children were sent to boarding schools where they were punished for speaking their native languages. These were not isolated incidents. They were official policy. 9. Censored curriculum. Governments often sanitize history. In the US, some states have banned books discussing slavery or racism. In Japan, nationalist textbooks remove mention of forced labor. In Turkey, discussion of the Armenian genocide is suppressed. By rewriting history, nations shape how future generations see justice and identity. What's left out is just as important as what's left in. 10. Why it matters. When we hide the truth, we risk repeating past injustices. If students never learn about colonization, they can't understand modern global inequality. If racism is treated as ancient history, current discrimination is misunderstood. Real history is uncomfortable, but it's how we grow. A just future depends on learning from the whole truth, not just the clean version. History is more than kings and battles. Its voices silenced, stories erased, and truths buried. But now you know where to dig. Subscribe for more untold stories that matter.